position.
Okay.
So you just want to turn and place it back. Yeah, good.
Got you.
7, 6, 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we'll begin with the composition. This one's a pretty easy composition. Just an example. After you do C, right? Bum 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 bum. Right? And you always want to make sure your right hand is over. So since I'm the mirror image, yeah. Right? Because then it's also after you do this part, it's already automatically over. And when you finish this composition, you also want to make sure your right hand is over too. Yeah? So this position, an example of it, once you're here and you hear the hit sound, depending on what number you are, you're either going to the right down or to the left up. So if you're number 1, an example is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you're doing that, you're singing. So, example, Yahoo, Allah, Walla, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yalla, Laho, Yahoo, Allah, Walla, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yalla, Laho. So the last part, that's why you have to remember the chorus part. So the last part of Yahoo, Allah, Walla, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yalla, Laho. So that last part of Yalla, Laho, wherever you are. So if, for example, for group A, you're down here when you're saying Yalla, Laho, for example, maybe group B is up here, group 2 is up here, then yeah, and everyone has to do that whole exactly. Okay, so for this part will be Jui-Ching is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. So everyone this is another reason why everyone has to be kind of close together, but comfortable enough where your shoulders are touching. So just make sure your shoulders are just comfortably touching. Yeah, you don't want it to be when, for example, like Yuki actually is behind David. You know, like you want it to make sure that you guys are all together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just do a slow one. So everyone is like up here, right? We ended off like up here. 1 bum 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 bum. Right? So 2, just stay put. We'll do 1 first, right? So 1, you want to go down right first. So the whole thing goes Yahoo. So, because you don't have to worry about knocking the person over since the person is the one
So
next
it's
to you
not
is
like
going
a side bend, it's more just across.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So it's more across, yeah.
Okay.
So like this way. Yeah. And then spirit fingers, so I know, not like this, but open. Out from,
Jazz
yeah,
hands. Jazz
like
hands.
that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, because it just looks aesthetically better. Yeah, so like that. Yeah. Okay, now so we're gonna try it since everyone got it. Plus singing. So plus singing. Now this is when the tempo depends on you. The first part of it, the first whole chorus part line, just make it whatever rhythm you guys are. But we want to try to go a little bit faster when you start the second part. So after Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yallah, faster, go, Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yallah, Lahu. Yeah? Okay. I'll follow group 2. Yeah? Okay, ready? Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, sorry. Allah, Eha, Allah, Yahoo, Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yahoo, Lahu.
Wait, we're already up though, right? So everybody goes down?
Go down.
Everybody, okay.
So even for the ones, that's a good question. For the group 2, since you guys are already up at that part, you still go down and hit the knee. And then even but for the ones for 2, since you're already down, make sure you hit the knee and go. Yeah? Okay, that was good. And you guys, don't forget the end part. Yeah? We'll do it one more time, okay? And this time I'll do group 1. Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Yahoo. Faster, Yahoo, Allah, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Allah, Eha, Yallah, Yahoo. Perfect. Good. Yay. Very good. Right hand. Yeah. Right hand. Yes. Yeah. So now we'll take a break for a few moments to give you guys a breather. Because I know I'm out of breath too, so yeah. No,
My
but
workout tonight.
that was good though. Like I'm almost impressed by you guys. I'm very impressed. That was perfect, very perfect. And you guys remember to do the last part. Yallahu, that part. Yallahu. And remember, right hand. So if you accidentally put your left hand over, it's okay. Just make sure that before you sit down, you just switch it. Just switch it a little bit, because if you put your left hand over, you're going to make the mistake of doing the next part. So the next part, it has to be the right hand over, because you're going to do this part. And then,
Wait. Okay, I got it.
yeah, so when you do this, just make sure the right hand over. Because it will be what we kind of learned a little bit about last week. Me, len, la, hai, wa, la, hey, ah, hey. Me, len, la, hey, wa, la, hey, oh, hey, le, ma, la.
Oh,
Yeah, that part. Yeah. So you want to make sure it's the right hand. So yeah.
I can keep going, this is fun.
I know, right? Like it gets addictive going. You just do this. And now
Students
since like
wonder what the heck I'm doing at my desk all day. I've had 8th grade boys trying to do it with me, so
I should come too.
I know. I can think of 3 who would.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
very cute. I've tried practicing it. I tried like teaching it in a workshop to little kids who were in their 4th grade, and they were so cute. Like I was surprised they like caught this quickly, and they're just like really cute little kids doing this part. Their favorite part is this part. Like once they find like, oh my god, we can do it as a group. Like,
Yeah.